Now I think we should talk about we're going to talk about cord cutting now, because when you are dealing with those relationships that we said are not serving you, like what do you do? Or even experiences, or like any kind of cords and attachment to things, like what do you do to move forward? Okay, so like what is, to you, Crystal,
Yeah.
the best way for you to explain what cord cutting is?
Cord cutting, I mean, because when, like, so Randy and I, for example, we're connected. We have an energetic cord between us.
Yeah.
If you're married, you would have an energetic cord between you and your spouse, you and your children, you and your mother, like everybody that you meet, you come in contact with. I have an energetic cord to my car. Like, I love my car, so um those types of things. And what happens is that is where your energy exchanges. So it can be healthy and it cannot be healthy. So when it's unhealthy, you need to sever that cord to stop the energetic bleed from yourself and to not absorb any of their negative or energy that's not helping you at this time. So you can cut it, you can call in healing energy into the cord. So then it either severs naturally or heals and becomes more healthier, more productive, which is my personal favorite. But when you need to, then you can just quickly sever, cut, and move on. And it
Yeah.
stops your energy bleed. It's to protect your energy. Heal your energy, stop your energy bleed. Like Randy said, when she was working at the psychiatric facility, like she leaked a lot of energy.
Totally.
And, that's one of the ways that you can do that is through your cords.
Yeah, I was
And
speaking.
imagine, like, if you have so many cords, and I mean, this is kind of going back to that excessive thing again. Like, we have cords, right? So don't ever fall for somebody that tells you you need to cut and sever all your cords. No, cords are normal, cords are healthy, cords rebuild. You're never going to sever your cords and they're going to be gone forever. That's not the way life works when you're dealing with energy. So the minute you come in contact with something and you have an exchange, there's energy. Think of all the one night stands. Hey, you have energetic cords to those. Those I would cut. Like, you have those without even realizing.
Yeah.
Um, so those are just like yeah, it's a quick sever, and there's many ways you can do that. We have that free video. Did we do that video on cord cutting?
Yeah, I can put that in a link. Yeah, it's a free cord. It's the practice with the candles. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a down and dirty. There's 100 of them on YouTube. Take ours, pick a different one, choose what you like. But it gives you a very basic understanding of cord cutting. Um, so yeah,
And like when Crystal says, like, some it's energy, so sometimes they come back. So if you think about that person again, or if you think about, like, so we'll go back to that friendship that I no longer am. Like, sometimes I have to go in and recut that cord, but it gets less.
weaker and less, yeah, less and less and less every time.
So eventually it will be no longer there. Sometimes, right? So just knowing that information, like the one and done, doesn't exist.
So,
Yeah.
like, for my husband, for example, like, I would never cut that cord. I like my cord, I like my husband. So if I'm struggling, I would call healing energy. And I mean, we teach that, but it's the process of allowing that energy to come in to the cord between the two of you and allow for healing and what needs to be, right? Like, and family members and people that are important in your life, like people, friendships, that you value. Like, if you've had a high school friend for 100 years and now you're finding that going through this process, it's kind of hard to be around them. I wouldn't just cut that cord. Like, I would heal that cord and allow for it to take care of itself naturally, whether it severs or because you're sending energy for your highest good, their highest good, and allowing that healing to take place, or you're finding through healing that common ground where you guys can meet and still have a friendship because you value that person
Yeah.
and they value you. Yeah. So
It's kind of cool though, because when you start like getting rid of those cords and healing, you have way more energy.
Yes, you do.
Like you just, it's the best feeling.
So it allows you to raise your vibration and keep it higher. Like, so when you're not bleeding your energy into all of these cords, and like you said, you feel so amazing, it just naturally raises your vibration.
Yeah. And that, you know, I've come across people like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to cut cords, or you don't, you know, like it's so funny because I probably was one of those people like, what are cords? I don't need to do that.
Well, I
Whoa.
mean, if you don't understand energy, your body's energy, everything's energy, yeah, it's going to seem pretty crazy. But if you are feeling like tired, exhausted, that is one of the things I would do is think about, and it doesn't even have to be, because sometimes you discover chords as you go, things you didn't know you had. So, but think of a couple things that are just draining your energy right now and cut the cords to them. Or you could do a blanket thing, like if you're going to do our cord cutting ceremony or a different one offline, there's 100. But just think, I'll cut all the cords that don't serve me for my highest good and start there.
Okay, so yeah, check out the free cord ceremony we have for you. It shows you how to do it, and then you can go get some of the items you need, just like some candles and stuff. And yeah, and now I think what last piece is channeling.